also give you a mic if you really want it. Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, mosquitoes.
And pick them up, right? But a lot of times you'll see a firefly. Evan's noticing all the mosquitoes out. You can catch a lot of them, right? If you want to catch a mosquito, you go out at 8 p.m. and you just sit there and you'll have more.
Just wrap yourself in fly paper.
Oh my gosh, ignore the blue jays, please. So places like this is on the verge of the path. So here's the path over here. We got a forest edge right here and all these flowers. This is gonna be a hot spot for insects. They love edge habitat, they love flowers. There's lots to love. All right, it looks like we've happened upon two lovers in the midst of quite an exciting rendezvous. Easy. Did you get them both?
Yep.
All right, and what are they?
So these are two milkweed beetles, and
that is milkweed.
Yeah, that is milkweed, and these are milkweed beetles. They are in the family Cerambycidae, which are the longhorn beetles. So if you can see, they have very long antennae.
Because we caught them together like this, if we were going to pin them, it'd probably be good to pin them together or close to one another, or at least put some sort of label on that suggests this is how we found them.
Yeah, it would be really great to write some field notes to include, like, we found it on milkweed, if we didn't already make that obvious. Often when you collect insects, it's good to make note of where you caught them, how you caught them. It gives some idea of the natural history of the insect.
So here we've got a Japanese beetle, slightly iridescent, super invasive.
Their larvae are turf pests, so they like eat up your lawn, and they're actually really big pests of golf courses.
Oh, and they like to sit with their legs in the air like that, right? Oop. Just now, Evan has acquired the Japanese beetle, so you just kind of grabbed it with your hands, right?
Yeah, so there's certain insects that I just know aren't gonna hurt you, and scarabs are in that group. As a rule of thumb for beetles, I would look at their jaws, and if they have really sharp pointy jaws, like beetles do,
yes. There's some of those root borer beetles. We adopted one last summer, we called him Gary, and every time we took him out to hang out on the porch, he would just bite us. So let's see.
Don't feel bad about killing these though, they are very invasive.
Yes, yes, exactly. Bye!
As I release it. So for a lot of these critters, one of the best things to do is you want to kind of crouch as you approach it, because if it sees this big object coming towards it and it just is looming over it, they're going to fly away. Insects also often don't really pay quite as much attention to what's below them. They're expecting birds to come down from above, and so if you sweep from below, it's a little easier to catch them unawares.
Oh, nice. What is that?
So we got a wasp here.
Ah.
A couple different things.
A couple different things, actually.
Some wasps, some ants.
So for those of you who missed that because it was so lightning fast, what Evan did was sweep up really quickly and then twist the net to flip the end of the net over the frame so that the insects get trapped in the bottom of it. More generally, if it's flying in the air and it's kind of slow, a swish and a flick is usually all you need. So you swish to get it in the net, you flick to fold the net over on itself so the insect can't get out. It's the swish and flick.
Yeah, so this is an angry wasp.
Is that the species name?
So when you do this, keep your fingers away from the top right here, because it could still potentially sting through.
Yeah, and you just slide the lid over. Oh, excellent form, Evan. Ah, yes, the angry wasp. Oh, so you see the nice long thin waist, the murderous air.
So even though this isn't brightly colored, as those characteristics Avalon pointed out are a good sign to be careful of the animal.
Hopefully it's spooky enough that people will kind of, you know, be cautious.
It doesn't look super graceful.
Oh, it's so mad at you. So we got a bunch of dragonflies, a bunch of big, fast flying insects. One collection method is wait till they sit down and then pounce. It's probably the most reliable, but it requires some patience. No. Good try. The other method is run like a maniac and hope.
So we have a couple around. Do you get it?
I heard it.
Oh no, that's the worst.
I got it and I accidentally killed it.
Oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so mixed results here. Oh no, it's alive!
Oh, you got it.
Ah! Yes.
All right.
Stay cool.
So Avalon has demonstrated the successful capture of a dragonfly.
I'm not as good at this part as you are. Usually I just grab them with my hands and then they fly off and then I'm like, oh, next time.
But it's good that Avalon's using the container because dragonflies can bite sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you actually see their mandibles come out of that face mask, it looks a little scary sometimes.
So this is the way I do it. Usually it's slightly different than Evan. I take it out of the net so I can see once it's sort of blocked on one end, and then I try to slip it this way. Just kind of personal preference. But yeah, there's our dragonfly. Bye! Okay, well, he loves me.
Evicted.
Evan is hunting a monarch. The monarch is teasing him.
Got it.
Wow! Wait.
So that's the swish and flick.
Oh, wow, look at it go. Evan has found a bumblebee. Swish and flick. All right, so right now Evan's using the jar to directly grab the bee from the net. So you can kind of close the lid on the jar and then gently slide the net out. Wow, nicely done. Oh yeah, okay, so if this was a kill jar, it would be dying, but instead it's very mad. So, you know, either put it in a kill jar or just take the whole jar home and put it in the fridge. The freezer, rather. Alright, so we got a big butterfly. You see it's really flapping its wings, it's really going at it. So we want to stop that as soon as possible.
So I don't tend to crush the thorax. I know some people do.
Let's go into crushing the thorax. Why might one just squeeze this butterfly to death right here, right now?
The thing is like putting them in kill jars, they'll panic and fly around and ultimately damage their wings, and so they're not going to be great specimens afterwards.
Right.
Some people put them in these glassine envelopes, these waxy paper envelopes. There's some included in the kit that you guys will have.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it in like this, and you fold it, and then they won't be able to move around, and so then you can freeze them later.
Oh yeah, so there it is, just hanging out.
I've seen some people use like note card carriers, those little plastic boxes that are for note cards to carry glassine envelopes.
Oh, nice.
This is from the family Nymphalidie, and one of the ways you can tell that is, it might be hard to demonstrate for the camera, but they have reduced front legs, and so often when they stand, and it might just fly away right now, is they stand on 4 legs as opposed to there it goes. I'm gonna demonstrate a technique called sweep netting. So often there's critters that are inside the grass right here that you can't really see, so it's hard to sneak up on them and try and catch them. This is a technique that you can use to find some of those insects. It's often very important to do in various academic studies, so if you're trying to characterize the different insects that are in your field plot, sweep netting is a great way to do that if you do it at frequent and regular intervals. So you're going to go down and then come up and scrape all of the foliage on your way back up. Then afterwards it's good to close the net up so nothing flies away. This is a great way to find some really camouflaged insects. And just some of these smaller things too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's a little cricket right here. Or some sort of doctrine.
Hey, buddy.
Spiders too, watch out for spiders.
This is the best way to collect spiders.
Actually, a lot of ants. Oh, this is a great spot for
Evan's gotten really excited about the ants.
true bug nymph.
Bye.
Oh, another spider.
Ugh. I'm sorry. Yay.
Oh, and this is a stink bug.
What? Oh, yeah, it's a big
That's
boy.
a brown marmorated stink bug.
Hey, buddy.
Be careful about picking up hemipterans because some can hurt you. They look a little more intimidating than the shield bugs. These are also invasive. These actually invade houses during the winter sometimes.
Oh. So you can do a collection in your house if you're lucky.
All right, so Avalon's going to be sweep netting in a different spot because it's good to change the different areas you are sampling from. So Avalon, are you ready?
It's all gonna fly out instantly, so get a good look. We got a big spider, okay. We got a ton of ants.
Oh, we got a tree hopper too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the tree hopper is this big green one on the left.
Ah, the beautiful wedge shape. It's truly picturesque. Oh, the little wiggle! I die. Yes, you guys don't have a net like this necessarily, this nice cloth one that doesn't get holes in it so easily. But if you're gentle and you're going in a grass area without too many thorns, you can probably use your own net without doing too much damage. What you want to be careful of is ripping a big hole in it, because then we got to get you a new net.
Yeah, don't go sweep netting through blackberry bushes.
Please don't.
A lot of times there's little critters on this bush that are hanging to the bottom of the leaves, or there's some place where you can't see them. And so one of the ways that you can catch them is you could take a white sheet or a net and place it underneath the area you want to sample. And then you can take a stick and just hit it around the top. And that'll make any insects that are on the plant panic and fall off.
An insect that's on a plant, oftentimes its first impulse when scared is to drop. So we're kind of taking advantage of that.
Got a lot of berries.
We've got a lot of berries too, so if you're hungry, no, just kidding, don't do that.
So another place that you can look for insects is is on rotting wood. So for instance, this rotting stump, or underneath fallen logs. You can actually break it apart. And as you can see, this right here is an ant colony. So they're carrying around their brood right there. So that's what those white things are.
They're running.
Some pupae.
So you've ruined their home and they're trying to get their babies out.
Yeah, so these are all little workers right here. It doesn't look like there's any reproductives.
Okay, not their babies, sorry, their sisters. They're running and they're trying to get their sisters
they're
to
trying
safety.
to get their sisters out, yeah.
Oh, I found a mosquito, it's on me.
Oh.
Alright, we'll try another one.
Try another one.
Oh,
You okay?
sorry, there's I'm really afraid of daddy long legs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll edit that out. We have found the greatest tree in all of Massachusetts. And Evan, why are we at this tree?
Insects often hide in these deep grooves in the bark. And so if you see a tree like this, you could actually look around inside these crevices, and you'll often find things like right here, this is just a carpenter ant, but there's often other little things like spiders, ants, roaches, beetles. You'll find a ton of different things living on trees like this. So if you see these big, deep bark crevices, make sure to take a closer look.
No, there's
Actually a ton of them.
there's tons of daddy long. Oh, okay, I hate this tree. Oh, here's a leaf miner.
Right here is an example of a leaf miner. So you'll sometimes find these. These are often like flies or butterflies. Their larvae will dig in between the two layers of the leaf and just mine inside. So you can actually see the bottom too. You can see this tunnel that they're making.
How might one get the larva out of the leaf?
These look like they're kind of old mines, but often you can hold it up to the light and you'll see a larvae moving around. You'll also see all of its frass or poop, like it'll leave a little trail of poop. And so if you follow the trail of poop, you can find the larva.
Where did it go? Ah. How annoying.